Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, this is Proxify here, and if you guys see what is happening right now, here is the trophy list. We actually have one of the special rewards that we can go and do within our way of this game, and that is by completing out with 100 yokai battles out here so far within the game. Now, if I am well aware, is that within the Yokai Watch series, is that you can go and use the special passwords to gain all of the other different trophies if you want to, without having to go and do it the legitimate way. But it is up to you if you want to 100% complete it, going through the more cheesy way, or if you want to go and do it the more actual factual type of way if you want. But with it all that being said, during the last episode, we are going to be moving onwards towards into the next boss yokai here within the mall. Now, if you guys remember, during the last episode, I want to say there were some barriers blocking in our path around within this area where this aquarium place is going to be. And we have to be on the lookout to go and find out where Hailey Anne's brother, or aka Silver's brother, for Josh is going to be at within our time here. And we're going to have to go and rescue out with not just only with Josh, but the rest of the other kids that are going to be here. So with all that being said, let the battle of Slackerjack begin. Now, this boss battle can actually be a little bit of some time consuming out here, because the reason why that Slackerjack is going to be in that type of state, or the reason why that he is going to be at least somewhat time consuming is that later throughout this battle is he's going to be setting up a very annoying force field around him, which that's going to be happening right here, and that is where he's going to be setting out all these different music notes, and you have to hit every single music note for you to then go and then battle out with the actual said boss that is going to be happening from here. And it did take me a little bit of some time to go through because of just how annoying his force fields are, but this is my first attempt throughout this battle, and I do have to say I did put in the work really well out here. Big helps to with Frost's Tail, of course, and also with the rest of the other ranking S yokai that we do have on our team, because they do give you a very big amount of help for most of these boss battles. Now, of course, we also can't forget that we do have Lukajin, the Sailor Neon, on our team, so another healer type of yokai to also go and be there if needs be, to be helping out with any type of healing. But majority of the time for this battle is that you do not want to use the ultimate moves until you actually defeat with all the different music notes that are going to be around, because if you start using up your ultimate moves right away, it's not going to be able to do a lot of hard-hitting type of attacks with just your regular moves. So you kind of need to make sure that you have anything that is going to be ultimate related after once the force fields have all went and disappeared from there. But he will respawn them again and just be a rinse and repeat type of situation. And of course, just watch out for when your tiles are going to start shaking around, because that's when the boss yokai is going to start making its move. He actually does have one type of move that's actually somewhat annoying, where he actually starts controlling most of your yokai and kind of, well, torments them in a way so that he can manipulate the different yokai that you can go and use, which frankly, that is quite a little bit of a nuisance. But hey, you know what? At least it doesn't really stay on there for too long, but we're all good. Now, with these two videos for today, not only are we just, of course, doing Yokai Watch 3 here, but we're also, of course, going to be doing some more of Twilight Princess. We're finally going to start reaching off into our way of Lake Bed Temple, I want to say. Probably at the end of the episode, that's going to be going on for the new one that's going to be happening with these two ones here, because we still need to do a little bit of some more other extra side questing. There's not really too much other things to do as side quest-wise, but I do want to make sure that we at least take these type of items or rewards with us throughout the dungeon, just so that we can at least have some extra type of bomb upgrades, because there's going to be a lot of bomb upgrades that we can go and do within the Lake Bed Temple side of stuff, because if you want to go and start stocking up with a lot of the water bombs that are going to be happening later on throughout Lake Bed Temple, you're going to probably start needing quite a bit of those. But we'll get more in depth into that as well, and I think there is some golden bugs to go and fight too. But at least Slackerjack has come to his senses now, and he finally decided to actually bring all the other kids that he just went and basically tormented with, and now they're all going to go and get back to their respective households. So pretty nice. So now everybody can go and meet up with their families again. But oh, that seems like trouble. That's from our mom. Wondering about where the heck we are right now. Well, the one type of thing that you could possibly go and say to get yourself out of this is by saying, well, Josh was sleepwalking and we had to go and try to put a stop to him, but he just took a little bit of some time to try to wake him up. And then you don't have to ever be able to get yourself grounded or anything. So let's go and sleep through the next day, and I believe we are just about to be reaching off into our way of Chapter 5. And Chapter 5 is going to be very interesting because we're going to have to face off with another boss yokai later on throughout that type of chapter, known as Yokaiju. And basically it's like some sort of like three-headed type of Hydra monster thing that's going to be happening, so that's going to be interesting. So I wonder if it may probably be somewhat of like Slimander or something that's going to be happening, but I don't really think it's going to be all that too much of a Slimander type of boss. But before we can even go and do anything within that boss yokai, well, we do have the detective key quests that are going to be showing up as well.
Alright, what's up next?
So like those detective key quests, I'm pretty sure it's going to have to deal with Dr. Matty Man. I know that he's like one of those type of quests we're going to have to go through, and then there's like two other ones. I don't know why Ustapon is actually that scared about monsters, because you know, like, you're actually a monster as well too. You're a yokai. That's what you guys are.
Seriously? Super seriously? Chapter 5. Lazicon T versus Yokai.
Oh man, here we go.
I'll be there with bells on.
We got some sort of like Godzilla type of yokai out here. Oh boy. This guy may probably even be even more ruthless than any other type of boss yokai that we've seen. I know that we had to go through a two-phase type of boss during the last, well, not really well, was it for the last episode, or was it the previous video from beforehand? I can't really remember, but oh, it looks like Wapier wants us to go and head all the way back to the detective agency, and that's exactly what we're gonna do because 3 other key quests have actually been opened up to us. Oh, well, that's not nice. What the heck? You slapped Eusebion out here. Uh-oh. Well, that's what you get. You go right into invader mode time. Oh, jeez. But here we go. Chapter 5. Wow, I can't believe it now, because if I'm not mistaken, there is 10 chapters here within Yokai Watch 3, with the exceptional added Chapter 11, which I believe that is post-game wise, so if you want to go and tackle out with any extra other boss yokai later on afterwards, you can go ahead and do that, but there is like 10 chapters for the requirement that needs to go on throughout here in this game, and pretty nice that we're halfway through it now. And how many episodes have we been through? At least like maybe, well, just by looking at what the latest one was, I think we are sitting at like, I want to say probably episode, well, during at this time of what this regular upload is, I think at this point in time is like around episode 26 at this point. So, with the way of how I'm looking at here, with the rest of the other videos that I have, let me just go and just check here. So that will be 27. So probably, maybe 34? Like, we're probably somewhere like in the 30s at this point in time, so been making some pretty nice good, good progress out here. Hopefully it's not going to be too long as like something like from Yokai Watch 1, because I think like Yokai Watch 1 was like what, like 60 episodes or something? We'll probably be in the same as that type of ballpark though. But I think that was during the time when I went and did Yokai Watch 1, was that I did actually have the original, well, the new type of way of how I was doing my post-record. So basically by now, with the way of how I do my new type of post-records, is that I just basically go through the game and then I kind of voice over everything that I go and talk about afterwards. So if I go and do all the stuff like that, we could possibly maybe be like 10 episodes, I think a little bit lower before that series was. So maybe around like 50 episodes could possibly be happening from there.
One, please.
So now we're going to actually have to go and do a little bit of a off-sidetrack type of thing from the key quest. And that is going to have to do with the yokai watch upgrades again. Because it looks like finally Mr. Goodsight is ready to give us some more sub-side quests out here for the Yokai Watch upgrade to begin. And that's what we're going to have to go and take care of. And originally before, we are sitting at Yokai Watch rank D at this point. So if we actually do go and complete off with these said 3 type of yokai that we have to go in battle, we'll then actually be able to then get the rank C that we do need to go and do. So this is actually something interesting that Mr. Goodsight is going to basically tell us is that, like, later on throughout all these different watch upgrades that we're going to have to do, is that we're going to have to do, like, a set of, like, 3 different type of battles, or maybe even, like, 4 sets of different battles of different yokai that we're going to have to go and tackle. Now, since this one's actually fairly simple, majority of these guys are going to be located in some of the different, like, hidden underway passages that are going to be showing up here around in Blossom Heights. And we haven't really ever been to some of the secret hideaway type of areas to go and find some yokais from before. So this is the tucked away lot here. This is where one of the many of the yokais are going to be spotted that was with Solomon here. Oh, and look at that. It looks like you can find a Panhandle as well. I think that's what his name is, right? Or Pandle. Pandle and Flippet. I don't think we ever seen a Flippet guy yet, but... Pandle, I know that we originally nicknamed this one after Silverhawk previously from before for the first series of Yokai Watch 1, and that yokai was actually a really nice, good, fun yokai for a little bit. I think I used him, like halfway throughout the actual game itself. But let's go to the next one. This is at the Hidden Side Street area. This one, I believe, is actually somewhat like in the middle of this area somewhere. Because, like, there's, like, a very small little, like, type of, like, passageway to go and head through here. Alright, so let's go and try to see if I can use Frosttail. The annoying thing is, with Frosttail is that with the Arctic Abyss move, to go and do this ultimate, is that it uses it as just a back type of drop that's happening within the tiles. So it kind of sucks that, unfortunately, Frosttail is not as great. Like, the attacks, don't get me wrong, are awesome, just like the regular attacks, but the ultimate move is just only directly just towards only the back yokai that's over there. It doesn't hit, like, any other type of tiles around there. But there we go. So, Bitter Batter is now down and out. So now it's onwards to the next one. The last one, that should be exact as well, too. But before we actually go and worry about that, we got ourselves with our Ghastly Fragment. I believe we actually have some Ghastly Fragments that I will actually be going and try to use at some point. I'm just not going to do it now since I don't really have the best of levels. But there is a special Sage Yokai that we can go after. And I do have the Heavenly Spirit one that I would like to go and try to pick up with, because that has a very nice, good legendary yokai right there to go and use. Alright, so there we go. So we're going to try to get ourselves all well prepared out here. So you guys are finally going to be able to go and see this Arctic Abyss move, since these yokais are sitting in the far back area right now. So let's do it. Arctic Abyss, let's blast these guys away. Nice. So not too shabby there. That should at least be a level up, of course, for Camila. So very nice. Alright, so here we are now. This is the secret byway. This is actually located right around where Shota Temple is going to be. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have the rank C just yet. I think it's around over here for the rank C area. But once we go and do something around for something like that, we can be able to open up the gate. Or was that the other place of the other secret hideaway? I know that there's like a secret gate somewhere around over here. Alright, now we've already battled out with one of these guys previously from the last time beforehand, and we should be able to at least destroy him out here pretty quickly now. And let's go and power up just a little bit more. I think we're all charged up. Here we go. Now let's light it. Oh. Well, that should at least probably take him out right here. There we go. And now all 3 of these guys are finally now finished. Now, during the time of this actual post-recording here, it is May 28th at this point right now, and I will actually be doing another live stream, which I will hopefully try to take on a storyline boss of Ukulele at some point. I know that we can't do one in Capital Casino for right now because of just how annoying that type of Kartos mission is happening there, but hey, you know what? At least we got something over at the over in the marsh type of area that's gonna be showing up there. Alright, so let's go past the yokai watch over here to Mr. Goodsight. He'll work on that, and he will now give us the watch rank C that we do need. Pretty close now. Originally before we were sitting at rank E, but now we're gonna be at rank C. All we have left is B and A and then S, and then that is all good. Pretty certain I don't think I'm gonna try and get myself all the way up to rank S because I don't know how insane that's gonna be, but I've done that before, I think, at Yokai Watch 4, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it here. Alright, and there we go. So that takes care of all of that. Alright, and of course we can't forget that we also do have a wheel bonus as well, because every time that we always do a little bit of a sub quest, there's always a wheel bonus to be involved with. But since we are getting our way closer to the end of this episode, I just want to go and just say is thank you guys so much for watching. At least we went and take it out on another one of these boss yokai here. We got another boss yokai coming up pretty soon, but for right now we need to go and worry about doing some key quests, and let's go and add one key quest right now, and that's gonna be with Mega Neon. So we're gonna do that right there. See you guys then, and of course, peace.